Teammates, you've been on my mind. Oh, teammates, you're one of a kind. Oh, teammates, I really hope you like this review. Teammates, you've been on my mind. Oh, teammates, you're one of a kind. Oh, teammates, I really hope you like this review. Taraji did her big one with this. Too bad she wasn't paid like it though, allegedly, because Oprah. Now you know, I'm gonna talk about whatever, whomever, ba 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 beep ba ba. But Oprah Winfrey, that ain't what I'm about to. I'm not even gonna put an allegedly on hers. Yes, I am. Allegedly, she ain't paid Taraji. What? How she didn't pay it like she weigh. Okay, I mean, you all have heard about the beef, the alleged beef, the rumor that there's a beef between Oprah and Taraji, and then the infamous, video clip of them all lined up, and then Oprah moving away from Taraji to the back of the line, and Taraji looking all, you know what I'm saying, pissed and bothered, and Fantasia's there trying to console her, and all that foolery. I hope it wasn't for the hype for people to see the movie, because people are going to see the movie regardless, because it's a classic. And myself, I've seen it over 100 times, easily. So I know that movie backwards and forwards, sideways, upside, downside, around town, downtown, uptown. I know it. Therefore, I feel I'm more than authorized to give this review and speak about it and speak on it, because I certainly have some opinions about it. And I also have an actual official clip from the movie when I went to the movie on Christmas Day. I've been meaning to review this prior to now, but I have been, as you all know, under the weather, sick, not online. And the couple of times that I have been online and I've gone live, I just completely forgot about it. So hi everyone, hello, and welcome back. So for this live, we're gonna be talking about The Color Purple. I've been watching this movie since I was a child. Okay, before I understood even some of the heavier points of the movie. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Nandy, and I go by Coach Nandy, and this is the Nandy After Dark show. Is it still daylight outside? Kind of, but we're an After Dark show mostly. I'm going to be doing this review today. You guys make sure that you hit the heart, the like, the smiley face, the huggy emojis, the shock John, and definitely share this live, please. It's free 99. I appreciate it. Listen, so I went to this movie, having again seen the original more than 100 times, easily. And so I had high expectations. You got all the heavy hitters. You got Oprah on the executive team. You got Fantasia with the lungs, you got the girl Danielle from Orange is the New Black. She's kind of new on the scene, but you even had Sierra at the very end. She played Nettie. I didn't recognize her right away because she had on no makeup. It wasn't until I left the theater that I was like, was that Sierra? But you had some really good acting and actors and actresses. And it was a good movie. So let's get on into it. There were a lot of things that were missing from this movie. A lot of things, important things that stick out in people's mind when they watch or when they think of The Color Purple. So I'm not gonna spoil it. So this isn't a spoiler for people. I'm not gonna tell you scene for scene what happened, but I'm gonna tell you how I felt about some of the scenes in this movie. So I can tell you what's not in the movie. How about I do that? I'll tell you what's not in the movie. I won't tell you what's in it, but I'll tell you what's not in it. So one of the things that so right from the start, it was different than the original movie. In the original movie, you had Nettie was kicked out of the house by their father because he was trying to molest her and such. And he was riding on the horse when she was going to school, and he had let her stay in his house. He was like, "Yeah, you can come in since Celi's already here." And in the original movie, he let her stay there with him temporarily, but then he followed her to school and he tried to rape her. And when he got off his horse, he tried to rape her, and she kicked him in his private area. And then and then she ran. She ran back to the house. Where else was she going to run to? And so, hi, hi, Doc Reddick. Hi, Ivana, Iveta. You're looking here and YouTube. Thank you. So she ran back. She ran back to the house, and that scene wasn't in the movie. It wasn't it. They did it differently. They didn't do when she was going to school. And I realized that there are going to be parts of the movie that are different than the original, because that's what a remake is, right? It's not a copy, it's a remake. But so they did that scene differently, which that's okay. But they had other scenes in the movie that were that they should have showed that they didn't show. Shug Avery and Miss Celie. I've long since told you guys, we've talked about it before here on the page, that Shug Avery and Miss Celie, I did not know when I was a child that they were intimate, that they had a sexual relationship. That absolutely went over my head. And even as an adult watching the movie, I really thought, we talked about this, that the scene of Shug Avery kissing on Miss Celie, I really thought at my big age as an adult, until I went to see the Broadway play where they fleshed it out a bit more, I really thought that Miss Celie and Shug Avery, that Shug Avery was just showing Miss Celie how it feels for someone to see her, to really see her in that scene where they were in the bedroom with the record playing and they were kissing in the original movie. I really felt like she was just showing her how it felt to be for someone to love on her, right? And trying to show her that she was beautiful and that she was worthy, and this is how it feels, because she helped her, uncover her smile and all that. Well, in this new movie, I won't tell you what happened, but I'll tell you that didn't happen. But I will say this: there was no doubt in your mind. There won't be any doubt if you see it. And if you did see it, there was no doubt after you saw it that that they are, that they were very intimate, sexually intimate. And she could be, there's intimacy in a lot of different things. Doesn't necessarily have to mean sexual, right? You can have an emotional intimacy with someone. Your prayer life is an intimate thing. You're intimate with whom you pray, for whom you pray, and to whom you pray. Y'all know this. We're not about to get into all that. I digress. They had a very, I mean, it was well established in this new movie what it was. All right. They didn't mix words or anything like that. There was a scene. I'm not going to say what it was, but it wasn't a bedroom scene. They didn't do the bedroom scene again. It was in a different scene. And I thought that was really interesting that they, explored that more and left not a shadow of a doubt in your mind as to what the relationship was between Miss Celie and Shug Avery. So there was that. And then they had just a lot of stuff different. It was more of a musical than it was an actual movie. And I was okay with that because I saw the Broadway play twice, and Fantasia was starring in it twice. So I already knew what to expect from the musical aspect for a movie like this. But it was a lot. It was a lot of singing. It was probably more than the Broadway play. It was a lot of singing, lot of choreographed dancing and all that kind of stuff. but still some storytelling in there too. So not every scene was about singing. Um, one of the things that was drastically different that I definitely didn't appreciate was the scene where Celie and Nettie re they unite, they reunite. You know that whole scene, Nettie, Celie, me and you must not. They didn't do that. I felt cheated because I realized that you're gonna redo some things and rework some things in a remake of a movie, but critical and big things like that, I felt like should have been in a movie, and it was not. So I was really disappointed in that. Even the way that they reunited, I won't tell you how that was, but it wasn't in a cornfield. Okay, it was outside, but it wasn't in a cornfield. Um, so that what didn't happen. And then when the son in the original movie, Miss Celie's son came back from Africa and all that stuff, you know, that whole mama, mama, a booty mama, that didn't happen, which I felt robbed because of that too. But what did happen in the movie, and I have a clip of it, and I'm going to share it with you guys. I took a clip, you know, of it to share with you guys. What did happen was the scene where they were all around the table, and you know, oh, Sophia's home. I'm gonna sit around. We're gonna sit around, and she didn't say we're gonna sit around and whoop on your ass. She just said we're gonna, you know, whoop your ass. So a little bit different verbiage there. That happened, and the whole, you know, two you do right by me, another you do. And that scene, I mean, of all the scenes to cut out, they definitely couldn't cut that one out where he was like, you black, you ugly, where you gonna go, etc., etc. So I do have a clip of that particular scene, and it was an emotional scene for moviegoers. We were quiet the whole time, but when this scene happened, um, you know, we just couldn't contain our excitement about it. So let me show you guys that scene, then we'll talk about it.
You're poor. You're ugly. You a woman. I should have kept you under my sheet like the roach you is.
Everything done to me. Already done to me. I may be black. I may be poor.
All right now.
I may be ugly.
Okay, let them know.
But I'm here.
I'm here. Yeah! Woo!
You'll be back!
So I didn't want to show you guys too much of it, you know. I didn't want to spoil it for you, but so I didn't show you like the scene of them sitting around the table and all that stuff. But that was an iconic scene in the movie, obviously, and I was glad that of all the things that they took out of the movie, that they left that in the movie, because there are a lot of changes, definitely lots of changes. Suge and Miss Celie, they go to a movie. I mean, that definitely wasn't in the original movie. So, you know, things like that. Miss Celie, as you all know, had inherited her father's house. Of course, that happened. And she opened a pant shop. That happened, you know. But the way that Mr. Celie's abusive ex-husband was, the way that he sent for Nettie and her kids in Africa was totally different than it happened in the original movie. I won't tell you how he did it and how they all reunited again, but it was totally different than it was in the movie. Again, lots of singing. A couple of times, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to be honest, I wanted to like fast forward, you know, across a few parts, but I stuck it through. I stuck it out. It was good. Overall, it was a good movie. On a scale of 1 through 10, I'd give it a 6.5, with the original being a 10. Nothing beats the original movie. The acting, stellar. They actually had a really good, you know, Danny Glover played Mr. in the original movie, and Whoopi Goldberg played Miss Celie in the original movie. So they had really good replacements for both of them. And, you know, I give it a solid 6.5 out of 10. So would I see it again? I wouldn't go back to the theater to see it again. But when it comes out on like Netflix or whatever, I'll watch it again at that time, probably. But I'm not going to be breaking my neck to see it. What it did do was make me want to go home and watch the original one. That's what it did do. So I'll probably watch that tonight, the original one, for the umpteenth time, just to get my fix again. But overall, it was a very good movie. Not very good. The original is a very good movie, and the remake was pretty good. So let me see what some of you guys are saying in the comments. Fantasia singing "I'm Here" was very emotional. Yes, definitely. The final scene was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was different than the original movie, but it was beautiful. The book gave me more details. Alice Walker original, Rule Georgia, and two lesbian women, The Color Purple. Yeah, the book's always going to be more detailed than the movie for sure. It was based off the stage play, not the original movie, so it's a little different. They're both based off the original movie, so yeah, they were both based off the original movie. So comparing, I saw the original movie, the stage play, and this, and the measuring stick is the original movie. So I give it a 6.5 out of 10. The book tells it all. The book is better. I felt like I read the book, but I probably was a teenager when I know I had it. So I probably read it as a teenager, but I don't remember any of the details of it. My childhood friend was in the movie as the piano man in the opening scene. Oh, that's another thing. The juke joint scene, different. They didn't have the guy say, "Oh, time to go." I mean, that's a big part of the movie. It's, funny point. But that's good. That's nice. In the opening scene, that's nice, Donna. Renee Bridget said it was awesome, and Fantasia career is going to a whole nother level. I'm leaving the movie theater right now. Awesome. Fantasia was saying that Tyler Perry gave her some money recently, and helped her out of the hole that she was in. You got to be responsible with your money. I'm telling you. Because you can make a bunch of it and you can spend it and it'll be gone before you know it. They edited out a lot of important things to me. I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. You got chills. Good read. It's written in broken English. Okay. I feel like I did read it, but again, I would have been a teenager when I did. I read a ton of books when I was a teenager. A lot. I'm an avid reader. Always have been. So maybe I did. I don't remember. So it's like you didn't read it at all, right? Let's see. Fantasia singing "I'm Here." Sorry about that. I love the remake, but it will never take the place of the original. It will not take the place of the original at all. Why is it Taraji felt she was underpaid? I don't know. Maybe Taraji felt like she was one of the larger actresses on it, because they did have, outside of Fantasia, Taraji would have been probably the highest billed actress, but she did not have the lead role. The lead role was the girl who played Miss Seeley, right? And Taraji wasn't the lead. She might have been a co-lead, maybe. She didn't come into much later into the movie. Y'all already know this from the original. But I don't know that. I don't know what the reason was why she felt underpaid, but I can say this about Oprah. There's a trend here. When Monique, who's, a bit of a radical, when Monique did Precious, she had a big problem with the way the financial situation was handled with Oprah Winfrey and Lee Daniels. What she said was she got $50,000 for doing Precious, $50,000. And Oprah was she was part of that. It was Lee Daniels and Oprah who were executives on the movie Precious that Monique did. Nobody made Monique take the $50,000 and force her to do it. Yes, I get that. I understand that. But what they wanted of her after, she got compensated and she got into the movie, and after the movie was shot, was for her to go to the Wendy Williams show, CBS, Channel 5, everywhere to go on a promotion tour. And she was like, no, y'all underpaid. You paid me $50,000. That's nothing. $50,000. And you want me to go on a promotional tour too? She was like, no, I'm not doing that. You ain't even give me enough for the movie. So that is where the beef came in between Oprah, Monique, Lee Daniels. It got real nasty. Real nasty. And I understand Monique having a problem with somebody underpaying her, because once you accept $50,000, I mean, she accepted it, but but once you start getting paid like $50,000 and then you go to negotiate your compensation or your salary or a deal or whatever somewhere else, they're just like any job. They're going to ask you, what was your last, salary? Huh? And, $50,000. Yes, Netflix only tried to give her what? $75,000, $100,000 for a special, when they gave Amy Schumer 23, 30, 40, 50 million, somewhere in there. They gave her the millions were in the double digits. I do remember that. And Monique could barely get 100,000 out of Netflix. I mean, you took that low paying, role, and you hadn't been working, and so it was a tangled web with Monique and them, lowballing her on the pay. So I feel like Taraji, there's some credibility to what she's saying, because this is the same thing that just happened with Monique. Not just, but a few years ago. So I can see it. I can definitely see it. Why Oprah's trying to gatekeep the way that she is, I don't know. But it's not a good look. It doesn't, we should be at that level, in that industry. There aren't a lot of, Black women who are able to play a lot of different roles. Like, Black women are typecast into certain roles and that kind of stuff. Like, when I think of Taraji, what do I think of? I think of Cookie from Empire. And when casters look at her and think of her, they're probably going to think of Cookie, a tough, a tough Black woman who don't take SHIT from anyone. And that's the role she's also playing as Suge Avery in The Color Purple. So, you can get typecast into roles, especially in the Black community. How many roles have Nia Long played the exact kind of roles, and, etc. So, but so I do think that there's some truth to Monique would have been a great Sophia. But unfortunately, they so-called kind of made up, like they called the truce, basically. But Oprah wasn't trying to play with her. And the money, again, if the money's not right again, that would have been a big, big problem. So I think it was a good decision to go along with the young lady, Danielle, I forget her name, who played that role. Let's see. I'm not really feeling better. I drank some tea, but I'll get better. Let me drink some water. This is a musical based on the stage musical production. Hi, Sandra. I agree with you. I mean, I don't completely agree, but that's okay. You can have your opinion. Sandra said, this is a musical based on the stage musical production. It is theater brought to film. It is not meant to take the place of the dramatic film musical versus dramas. We know this. I agree with you. However, everything and all things, Color Purple, are always going to be measured up against the measuring stick, which is the original Color Purple. And we're not talking about how they do things. We're talking about the story as it's told itself. The story should still be the same because it's based off of the original movie. Now, how they do it, of course, is going to be different. So I agree with you on that. And nobody's saying, that it has to be the exact same. In fact, I said that it shouldn't be the exact same because it's not a carbon copy. It's a remake. So, yeah. Amy Schumer. Amy Schumer is not funny to me at all. Monique would have been a great Sophia. I'm sorry you read that one. Similar to when Jennifer Hudson overshadowed Beyonce as the star in Dreamgirls. Yes, that's exactly right. Yep. Jennifer Hudson. And Jennifer Hudson can outsing. I know I've been in the country too long. Jennifer Hudson can out-sing Beyonce on any day, at any time, 100%. I think Jennifer Hudson's so strong. The fact that her mom, let me get it right, her mom, her sister, and her nephew were all murdered by her sister's ex-lover. And the way that she just picked up and carried on, shortly after that, I mean, we only, from what we can see, we don't know what she went through behind the scenes, but I think she has so much strength. Let's see. Yeah, no, it's a miss. Should have never touched it. I mean, someone said, "Hi, Miss Huff. If you sell your soul, then Monique and Taraji will get paid." I don't know what that means. If you sell your soul, then Monique and okay, if you sell out basically to the industry, I don't know, but Oprah need to loosen her hand up a bit, loosen the purse strings up a bit. Like, come on now. And this movie made buku money. It made a lot of money. Let's see. I just don't feel too comfortable with Oprah. She's not supportive to her people. That's what they're saying. I don't know if it's true or not. Oprah, don't come for me, please. All right. I don't know. All I know, I'm just discussing what's being said and giving my opinion on the movie. Let's see. I thought that as well. Thank you for that. Nicole Lee says she loved it. Edited out a lot of important things. We feel special with seeing you 3 times in one day. Well, y'all saw me 3 times in one day. I was in our private group right before this, just chit-chatting with him. Girl, you trying to start a right with the Beehive? Child. No. I'm not a big Beyonce fan. I'm a Jay-Z fan. If you know me, you know this. I'm a Jay-Z fan. I could care less about what the Beehive thinks. I'm not saying Beyonce's bad, so y'all chill out. Pipe down. Not y'all. I mean the Beehives. They eventually will see this. I'm not a pop girl. I mean, I sing some pop songs, but I'm more of a I'm a rap girl. That's why I rap a lot. Records, I respect your gangster. Death Row Records, I respect your gangster, aka Rap a Lot Records. I understand. Oprah, Gail, but Weinstein is goo pals. Don't block me. I can't even read what you're saying. How am I going to block you? Oprah? Oh, I'm sorry. Oprah gay? Is it gay or Gail? Why are you being funny? Is it Gail or are you trying to say gay or Gail? I feel like I'm in the movie Step Brothers. Is it Pan or Pan? Pan. It's Pam. Oh, Pan. Step Brothers is hilarious. If you haven't seen that movie, you should watch it tonight with your friends and family. It's hilarious. Oprah, Gail. I don't know if that L is just there. You're trying to say Gail. Oprah, Gail, but Weinstein is goo. Plus, please don't block me. I don't know what that means, honey. I have no idea what you're saying. I cannot decrypt that message, baby. That's for Inspector Gadget to read and blow up after he read it, because I don't know what that means. As an actress, I would never work for Oprah. That's what she said, Oprah. I'm available. I'm available, honey. I'm available to do the harmonics in the background. That was what Miss Roberta said. Okay, Miss Roberta said that. I didn't say that. I'm ready. Let me see. Lolita, Gail. Oh, you're saying Gail? They're not for us. That's what they said about Gail too. You know they've been saying that about Gail. That Gail is not for the for the people. She said that Oprah is gay and Weinstein is too. So you read encrypted messages and Braille now? Because woo, child, I couldn't. I had to cross my eyes to read that. Gail, she said that Oprah is gay and Weinstein is too. Weinstein is dead, isn't he? Didn't Weinstein unalive himself in jail? Huh? Somebody let me know. That's what that's what I remember. He is not dead. Oh, okay. Which one is it who unalived themselves in jail? Which one was that? That was the one who had the private island and he was about to tell on your former president. Which one was that? Oh, Epstein. What I keep Einstein, Epstein. I can't keep up with that. Epstein, that's right. That's right. That is no, he's alive. It was Epstein who unalived himself. Okay. That's right. That is exactly right. This is why we need to cover more hot topics on this page. Allegedly unalived himself. Right, because he knew a lot. You know? They said that come on, Beehive, don't come for me. I'm just saying what the people were saying. Didn't they say Beyonce was out there on that island too? Of Epstein's? I know Jay-Z wasn't out there. I don't know if Beyonce was out there by herself, but I doubt that Hove was there. Hove wasn't there. Hove wasn't there, but they tell me now that allegedly people like Sean Combs, Diddy, is has been dipping in the man pool, and allegedly TD Jakes has been dipping in the man pool, and all these other people coming forward saying that they were there were advances made by these prestigious men in the industry. So, and that some of them were on that island, that Epstein Island. So, he got Clinton's. Oof. Yes, allegedly they're supposed to be releasing his papers. Is that right? That list is supposed to come out soon. That list's been coming out for years now. For years. Diddy's all over the place. You know who right now is, if she's in her right mind, because I really hope she is, Wendy. Wendy been telling the world about Diddy. Oh, Wendy will be having a field day with this, even though they kissed and made up. Wendy been saying, "How you doing?" to Diddy for years. I told y'all this. We talked about this. He got her fired from the radio station she was working at, which was Hot 97 at the time. And then she went to 98.7 Kiss FM. And then when she left the radio and she started TV, she was at 107.5 WBLS with the bonus hour in the evening. If you know, you know. But yeah, Wendy been trying to tell us about a lot of these men in the industry, but she definitely knew about Diddy. She had been talking about him for years. Oh, believe you me, with that girlfriend getting all that time, she is snitching. Let me see. Stein Brother Island. Is that what it was called? Yes, she has. So she was on an island. The new year will be totally exposed higher ups. What you laughing at, Linda? They got that list locked up at Area 51, never to be seen again. Oh my goodness. That list, honey, I bet you everybody on that list, everyone is on it. Yeah, that's terrible. They've been supposed to release the list though. I mean, that was, people been trying to get that list for a long time. Some of the names were leaked off of the list and they were heavy hitters, but I left my off at Area 51. Right. I watched the movie. We'll talk about it another time. I miss y'all. Happy holidays. Hi, Miss Sparrow. We miss you too. I haven't seen you. A lot of men been on the island for free. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm going to hop off. I just wanted to come on and do the review on The Color Purple because I definitely felt, again, obviously I know it's a musical and but it's The Color Purple. So anytime you are naming something, right? The name of the original movie, I expect to see some of the larger, more iconic scenes included, at least in some iteration, some version of it. They just completely cut out a lot, quite a few of the more popular, funny, humorous, iconic scenes. Wendy is going to make her comeback with that list. That will be a hell of a comeback for Wendy to come back, go back, not come back, go back to the purple chair and the purple throne with that list. That would be a hell of a comeback, definitely. But I doubt it. I think it's over for Wendy. Unfortunately, she had a lot of traumatic things happen to her in these last few years. Her mother passed away. They were extremely very close. Her mother kept her grounded. Her husband was cheating, but he'd been cheating for a long time. They this is all allegedly allegations. Her husband Kev was cheating, and he had been cheating for years. And then he got someone pregnant. And then that's when she was like, oh no, this is too much. Because now everybody's going to know. If your husband's cheating, everybody doesn't know that. Only you and he know that. And probably the person he's cheating with, or maybe, But the world knows once a pregnancy happens. And that was just too much for her to bear. For him to get her pregnant, that betrayal in and of itself. And then the embarrassment of it on a worldwide level. Wendy has since had a battle with drugs, cocaine, and everything else. If you haven't seen the Wendy Williams, listen to the Wendy Williams radio show, which I listened to faithfully back in the day, with Judge Mathis on it. When Judge Mathis went on there and ripped Wendy a brand new a-hole, oh, it's epic. If you haven't seen that, when we get off of here, go on YouTube and search up Wendy Williams, Judge Mathis. It'll come right up. It'll come right up. And be prepared, honey, to be blown all the way back, for your wig cap to be blown back. Okay? I mean, he handled her like he definitely stepped to her, and he read her all the way down below the ground, more than Whitney Houston even did when she was on her show. It was it was a big deal. So but anyway, Wendy has dealt with a lot of stuff these last few years here, and drug has been her constant companion throughout the years. And she had a big relapse, and then the mental anguish that goes along with your husband having a baby on you. It's a lot for any human to be able to manage and bear and all that kind of stuff. It's a lot. But she seemed to manage it, and she seemed to be managing it. And then she had that complete and total breakdown, and she hasn't come back. I've seen her, she's not in good health, mentally or physically, the last time I saw her. And she appeared to have a bunch of users around her and all that kind of stuff. So, but Wendy's my girl, hopefully she can make a comeback. As I said earlier today on another live, anyone can come back from anything. I don't care what it is. As long as you are alive on this earth, you can come back from anything. Don't let anyone tell you any different, because they are liars, and they are not the author of your book, period. Unless you allow them to be. All right, guys. I am going to. Wendy's stinking husband wants her back. Yeah, Miss Roberta, she's a New Yorker. she's a diehard New Yorker. Wendy Williams' stinking husband wants her back because his gold-digging side helper doesn't want him since he's broke. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Kevin's been trying to get back with her ever since Sharina, his side piece with the baby, left him. And she looks good. She's lost a lot of weight. She's completely vegan. And he's broke, busted, and disgusted. And Wendy may go back to him, because one thing for sure, two things for certain. As women, a lot of times women rather deal with the devil they know than the devil they don't know. He's a comfort. He will be a source of comfort for her, just because he's familiar. She's familiar with him, his ways, his habits, his likes, his wants, everything, instead of breaking in somebody new and getting to know all their faults and flaws. Sometimes women be like, I already know his faults and flaws. I'm going to take them back. I mean, that's what they do. But, kind of like with Tamar, we were talking about a little bit earlier. Okay. Doesn't she have a son that cares for her? She has a son. There came something out over the summertime about him using her cards, and they had to shut that down, and abusing her money. I'm not saying it's true. I don't know that it's true, but that was out there definitely. Okay. All right. Let's get off of here. This was just strictly for the review of The Color Purple. Please make sure that you like this video. Heart, thumbs it up, smiley face, hit all the feels, the shock joint, and definitely share this live. If you're on YouTube, please make sure that you hit the follow button, that you're following on YouTube and on Facebook as well. I will see you guys on the next episode of Nandy at the Dark. Bye.